I'm doing another session on data in a slightly different way than our previous one. Okay, so let's look at how the data is handled. Let us look at the following table. Okay, we have some names, age, gender, and phone number. So this is the first person's name, age, gender, and phone number. It's another person and three people. So we'll just take these three people, and these data, that is Imran, Alia, Hamza, and the age 29, 27, 32, and the gender male, female, male, and the phone number 071234567 and 0112 ones, and then 0543232323. All these things can be kept in the system, either as in the computer system, either as constants or variables. Okay, we can keep them in the variables. So let's see each of these being stored, kept as a constant or kept in a variable. Okay, so let's take the first row, Imran 29 male and the phone number, and we'll see how we can store Imran. Okay, the name Imran can be stored as constant if you want, and if you want to do, that's the way you store the constant, double quotes, and then whatever inside is the actual data. So this means it's a alphanumeric constant. Okay, so this name can be stored in the computer as alphanumeric constants in this way. Let's see the same name. How do we store it as a variable? So for the variable, we have to put that name inside something to which we give a name. So in this case, we are given the word name for this location. Okay, this location only we have stored the constant Imran. So actual data is Imran. Imran is what we are storing, and the variable's name is name. Okay, sometimes this name in some computer languages may be a reserved word, and then we will not be able to use this word name. Instead of that, we'll have to use something else. But in this example, I'm assuming it's possible. So this follows all the proper naming convention, because starting with an alphabet, just a alphabet or number, fine, no spaces. So this is a valid variable name. So this variable name is given to this box in which the information or data Imran is recorded. So this is how you would store data as variable. This is how you would store data as a constant. So here we have both examples. This is a constant, stored as a constant. Here, stored as a variable. The main difference is when you store it as a variable, the variable location has a name. In this case, it's called name, but it can be any other word, some name. Okay. Whereas for a constant, there is no label. It just stores as it is. Okay. So we'll just look at that. So here, as you can see, why is it alphanumeric variable? Because the contents is a alphanumeric constant. So since the in the variable we are storing alphanumeric constant, the name of the variable is alphanumeric variable. It's an alphanumeric data type. Okay, and what is stored inside the variable is the constant, stored alphanumeric constant, that is Imran in this case. Okay, any reference to the name variable, okay, any reference to the variable name, that is this one, actually refers to the constant Imran. So in the program or in the computer, when we call name, what we are going to get is Imran, not the name. That is why this is a variable. This is just a name or a reference or a pointer or a label to the place where the variable value is stored. So when we refer to name, what we are going to get is Imran. Okay, so that is the content of the variable. Now let's look at age. Same way, we looked at how Imran can be stored. Now let's look at how age can be stored. It's also same way. Age as a constant, if you want to store, you just store. There is no double quotes. Remember, when you put double quotes, it becomes an alphanumeric constant. So 29 is a number. This number, what is the difference between numeric and alphanumeric? Alphanumeric, you can't do arithmetic operation. You can't do plus, multiply, division, all that you can't do. Whereas numeric, you can. You can add 1 to this and it will become 30. So these are numeric. Okay. So numeric constant, we just write as it is, no quote, no double quotes. If you put double quotes, it becomes an alphanumeric constant. Okay. Now same 29 I have stored as constant. Now I'm going to store the same 29 as a variable inside a variable. So these inside the box you store the 29, but the box has to have a name. So in this case it's age, no? So let's give the name age. For the first one we give the name. For this one we'll give the name age. So this variable is called age. And what do we have stored inside that? 29. 29 constant we have recorded in that. So this is two ways how you can store 29 in the computer. One as constant, just 29. The other as variable with a label and store the value. So now this is called numeric variable. Why? Because it's containing a numeric constant. And what is inside here is the numeric constant, the 29. Any reference to age, just like in the name case, will actually refer to the 29. If you say show me the name, we will get 29. Show me the age, we will get 29, not the word age. Okay, so that's why this is called a variable. The contents of this is what we are going to deal with. So if you want to keep 29 as a constant, you just keep it as 29. If you want to keep it as a variable, inside a variable, you keep it as a variable and give it a name. Can be age or any other name, doesn't matter, X or Y or Z or whatever, but generally it's better to give a meaningful name. So this is an age now, so we are given a name called age for that variable. This variable, since it's containing the numeric value constant, it's called numeric variable, and this is the numeric constant. Okay, now let's take a look at the gender, male. How can we store that in as constant and as variable? Well, if you are storing male as constant, as you know, within double quotes, because male is not a number, so it is an alphanumeric constant. Then so same male can be stored as a variable inside a box, just like that. But remember, you have to give a name for the box. Ideal name would be to say maybe gender. You can give any name, X or Y or Z or whatever, but since this is male, female, we are talking about gender, better name would be to give the name gender for this, right? So this is alphanumeric variable, this is the alphanumeric constant, this is the actual data. Okay, and any reference to gender in your program will be actually referring to the word male, the value inside the gender. Okay, that's the difference between a variable and a constant. Constant, you just have the value. In a variable, when you store, you refer to that value by using the variable's name, not the constant itself. Okay, you refer to it as gender. So when you refer to it as gender, what you're going to get is male, same as age and name, same principle.